Hey everyone, happy Friday. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stassi. Thank you so much for being here today. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is my first ever Rose Chronicle build and I can't wait to show you it. So it's nothing crazy. It's this dress store, Uptown, Roseville. It's called Uptown Dresses, and that is where the elite go to get their dresses. So I thought it'd be really fun to build it in The Sims, and I really want to show you how I built it and just a little backstory about the store itself for the Rose Chronicles. I can't wait to show you. Let's jump in. So here we are. So this is Uptown Dresses. I'm kind of really going for like this small town boutique vibe. And while I started making it, I kind of thought like, hey, I would love for it to be two businesses. So I was like, this is perfect. So one side is Uptown Dresses and the other side is Uptown Suits. And I'm going to make both. So on the left, it's Uptown Suits, and on the right, it's Uptown Dresses. So I'm going to really focus on kind of playing with black and white because I thought that'd be kind of funny. So anyway, so this is Uptown Roseville. So this is a very small town. I kind of based it off Roseville, California. But there's like a Roseville in like every city. So like I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I kind of going for like this really chic but cute modern vibe. It's kind of what I'm going for. So I wanted to have like a lot of like blacks and whites and kind of make it like really modern. That like honestly, this build, it doesn't look like I stepped outside my comfort zone, but I really did. I really did want to do something a little bit more modern. I've been spending a lot of time in fairy tale land, like really, and like if you think about like Alexa and Oliver's house, like it's based off of the house from the second season of Haunting on Hill House. A Haunting of Bly Manor is kind of what I based it on. And then the school as well is just kind of, you know, a little bit older, like old school. So that's kind of like what I was, you know, focusing on. So I wanted to kind of give this like a little bit more cute modern feel. So I'm just kind of going on playing with my nose. I struggled so hard with this, like with the doors and the windows. It just wasn't like going right. And because like the business was just kind of, like it was kind of smaller, and then like even with like the cheats and stuff, like I couldn't get it, and I wanted it to go up to the top, but I also wanted to have the business, and then I didn't like those doors because it's not kind of like what I wanted, and then I'm like, is that what I wanted? And then I'm like, that's not too bad, and then I'm like, well, this is too big, like it was definitely a lot, and I wanted it not to be as big. And then I'm just sitting here, I'm just like, oh, what is Stassi, like this is like your 23rd build for this. Like you gotta plan a little bit better. So I kind of had it going that like I had like these tri windows, and I was like, oh, this looks cool. And then I had like the black kind of like arbor going down. I was like, oh, no, that's awesome. And then I'm like, okay, well, obviously I want it to be 2-story. And I was like, oh, like, do I want a 1-story? Like, I know I'm like the most undecisive person when it comes to this, because like in real life, I'm very decisive. But I was like, I wanted to make sure I had the black and whites, but like on the top, like I wanted it to look like an old school building. And I was like, oh, like, do I just want it to be the sign? Because I kind of really, really wanted, you know, like you go to business and what the top is like an awning, like that's kind of like really what I wanted, but like there's nothing like that in The Sims. I looked for CC, I still couldn't really find anything, so I just had to kind of get a little more creative. And I know it looks like I sped up, but at this point I was already 2 hours into this build, and I was just like getting really, really, really frustrated that like I wasn't getting the vision in my head. And I understand this is just like a dress store that's like, to be honest with you, I don't really like, they're like, we'll be coming back to it off and on, but like it's not like something that it's going to be featured. But like for me, like when I'm telling my story, it has to be right. So like I spent a lot of time, and I was just trying to find, you know, like the right stuff going around because I wanted to go white and then black and then white up at the top. So you can see that I'm kind of playing around with the bricks and stuff. And I really did like that. And then I was like, oh, like, no, that's perfect. And like, we're getting there. And then if anybody watched my lighthouse video, they're going to know how much I struggled with awnings. But I ended up just going with that. Like, I was like, oh, like, maybe I can do 2 awnings. I was like, no, this looks really silly. That's not how I want it to look. So, and then I'm like, obviously, shortcut L, L, and L. And I wanted the top to be white because, like, that's the business name. Like, that's the fascia sign. For anybody, like, the fascia sign is, like, your store front window sign. And I was just trying to get, like, a really nice fascia. And I was like, oh, like, I'll put a roof over top. And I'm like, nah, that's not really working. And then I was like, the thing was, is I knew what I wanted. I just didn't know if at this time I was skilled enough to build it. I'm very happy how it turned out, though. At this time, I was just like, oh my goodness, like, I don't know. So I'm like, you know what, we're gonna come back and we're gonna feel a little bit more inspired. So I'm now starting Uptown Suits. And so this is the wedding side is the all white side, and the all black side is going to be the suit store. But just here's a little like about the business. So the Lane family owns this business. So you've obviously met Mike. So that's Mike Lane. His family does own this business. So his dad runs it, and Mike works there after school and kind of like part-time. Mike really likes fashion, and that's why he liked fashion in real life too. That's why I was like, oh, I think this would be perfect if he worked at the dress store. So Uptown Dresses is about 50 years old, and people come from all over town, like everywhere, to go shop here. This is if you live in Roseville, like this is where you go get like your wedding dress, your prom dress, your homecoming dress. Like this is like a very high-end boutique where they have things, dresses coming in from like, Paris, London, Milan, Germany, like all the time. So I really wanted to give it more of that, like that modern feel. And I tried like the best I can. But see, at this point, I was like, nope, we're going to have it tall up here, and it's going to be really big. Now, if you download this, because like I said, it's in the gallery. Upstairs, there's no way upstairs. It's just basically non-playable upstairs. I didn't want to make it playable. It's not that like I didn't have the time, because this build took a long time. This build took about 7 hours, give or take. I don't know. I didn't feel inspired. I didn't know what I would put up there. It would be so different if we could do like business than apartment. I don't think you can unless you have the mods, and I don't really play with the mods. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of give it like that really like sleek, modern, like kind of like super nice. I really wanted the vines to work. Like I really did. I just couldn't figure it out. Like it just kind of looks silly. So I kind of got rid of it really quickly. I'm trying to get better at, if I don't like something, like let's just nip it in the bud. Like if it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good. Like don't try to make it look better. It's fine for what it is. So I really did like those. I think I settled on those windows. It's those ones. Because I was like, I like the other ones. It was too boxy. And that's not what I was going for. I know modern's very boxy, but that's not what I was looking for. So anyways, I was like, oh, yep, that's perfect. I like that. The little black on white. And I'm just now going in and I'm starting Uptown Suits. And so like I said, Uptown Dresses is like all white. Uptown Suits is going to be all black. I was actually I can't even describe to you how impressed I was with Uptown Suits. Like I think because that was like a spur of the moment design that I didn't think I was going to do that. So I actually, spoiler, I think I like Uptown Suits more than I like Uptown Dresses, but I had a lot of fun building both. So anyways, I'm just kind of going through, and again, like I wanted to give it like, when we go inside, I was really inspired. So I built this like a little while ago, and I built it the same time that the new kit came out, Industrial Loft, and I was like, oh, like I want to have that industrial moment. But the thing is I didn't buy the kit. I just kind of grabbed the stuff from the other kits. Now I know I did a video about like, why does this kit exist? I get it now. It's for console players that don't have the ability to play CC. Like they need that little extra bit. So I definitely see it. But I thought it was so cool that I just grabbed like these, I want to say it's like wall decor and just kind of added like more of that. Like I really wanted like kind of like squared in windows. So I kind of really wanted it modern, where like I gave them like a glass one, and I gave like obviously Uptown with the white. So I'm just kind of now going through. I really wanted this like red brick barrier column to like basically knock out both businesses. So I was like, oh, that's not. I couldn't really find it. It didn't really work. And classic me, if you've ever seen any of my classic builds, I haven't built a business in a very long time. I usually do a sidewalk and like a parking lot. So that's kind of like what I'm doing here. I thought I really liked the cobblestones up front, but I was like, no, that's not what I'm going for. It doesn't suit the thrift store that's next to it. I mean, the thrift store is not staying there. I just before I was like very confident with YouTube, and I was just like, I don't have enough YouTube content. I have to, do stuff. I was doing tour videos. I have an unreleased tour of my thrift store, which I actually really did like my thrift store. So anyways, yeah, I as soon as I built this, I was like, I want to have that, the text from, I think it's either dine out or get to work. And I kind of did want the decal, and that's kind of what I was looking for. I was like, it doesn't really fit. So anyways, I'm now just creating the roof. Didn't struggle as much as I thought I was going to, which is kind of nice. At first I kind of figured, I was like, oh, I want to do like a black roof and a white roof. And I was like, oh, wow, that's a lot. And I was like, oh, but like, what if it's like two blacks and then it won't look good? And I'm like, what if it's like, no, it looks, like it's okay. Like, I think my roof game could have been a little bit better. But it's definitely better than like the harsh white, because I was like really white. And then I changed the windows to white as well. So now we're finally inside. Okay, like I'm not gonna, like, this was like 4 hours in. I'm finally now inside. So to me, well, being in marketing, and I mean I've worked sales, I've worked retail. Your storefront window is the most important marketing thing that you can do next to social media, because that's how you're going to have foot traffic come on in. So I had this, like, I really wanted like this very like sleek and modern like wedding style, because like obviously like, no, they're not shopping for wedding dresses, Lex and M, but like we've all been to a wedding dress store to buy bridesmaids dresses, homecoming dresses, prom dresses. So but that's how you get your attention, are like these beautiful wedding dresses. So I wanted to have like this like white setting, and then it started to look a little tacky. I was just getting like, why is this not working? And I was just getting like a little frustrated. But I just, because like I really just wanted like these white curtains, and I wanted like these giant like, like those like big fake balloons. That's kind of like what I really wanted. But I also know that I was only limited to 10 mannequins, because this is technically one store, not two. So I had to like really spread them out. So I'm just kind of now going through, and you're just looking at I also wanted to add some greenery, because I was like, oh, like I love flowers indoors. Don't get me wrong. In real life, I forget I have flowers on the inside, but like in the Sims, like there's flowers everywhere. I definitely wanted the archway. I thought that was really cute. I also did make a wedding dress store. I think it was like I Do Boutique. I think I like made it in January. Like look at the difference between what I built there and what I built now. When I started building in the Sims, like this past year at the beginning of it, I wanted to make like these very whimsical stores. Is kind of like what I really tried for. So like say like like ID Boutique, there's like this giant two swans kissing at the top. I will say though, a lot of people did download it when it came out. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. I remember when people started downloading stuff off my gallery, and I was like, people actually like my stuff. I think I'm just like at 6,000 and change, or almost, no, 6,000 like 800 downloads off the gallery. So I'm like, that's awesome. So thank you everybody who's ever downloaded anything from me off the gallery. Mostly everything I do build is on the gallery. Unless, I mean, obviously this is a Rose Chronicle, so this is fine. But like any of like Alex and Oliver, like they're in the gallery. They're under my CC because all my characters are CC. So if you ever want to find that, I can send you the tray files if you ever want to, you know, play with them. So anyways, at this point, I'm just kind of going around because I tried to figure out the schematics of the store because I haven't been to a wedding dress store in a while, obviously COVID. And when I bought my wedding dress, I didn't go to a store and buy it. There was this lady, she had to close her store. This was before COVID, due to medical reasons. And she like had her, like all her inventory at home. So like I walked downstairs to her basement and it was like hundreds of wedding dresses. So like that's where I bought my dress. I also bought my dress for like $350. So that was a very cheap wedding dress, but it's kind of what I was going for. I mean, weddings are expensive. Me and my fiance are paying it pretty much out of our own pockets, and it gets expensive. So anyways, I was just trying to think of like very cute and like very modern. And I like, you know, that mirror, and you go out and you're like, oh, like, yeah, like it's like the bride comes out and everyone's like crying. They're like, yes, this dress is beautiful. Like I was trying to do that with that big mirror, but I'm like, it's like this wedding dress store isn't really that big, so I would have to kind of like move it, and I didn't really like move it around, and I didn't want to do that because I had this vision like where Lex and Emily are trying on dresses, like are in one of the change rooms, and I didn't want to you know, kind of block that in any way, shape, or form. So I just kind of let this mirror hang out here, and then I was looking for like this white desk, and I couldn't really find what I was looking for. And then also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, there's no lights. There is absolutely no lights yet. And I was just like, I don't know why I waited so long. Yeah, see, now I'm like, oh, look, now lights. 16 minutes into this video, I'm now adding lights. So take that with a grain of salt. But I also wanted like these rose petals. I was like, oh, that would be so cute. So I'm just now kind of like messing around and trying to make the dressing rooms. And I'm trying to like have like the cute little like archways and stuff. And then like having curtains go above it, just as you would at a wedding dress store. But like honestly, I love trying on like formal dresses. Even if I can't afford them, I'm like, yes, I love it. I love it. What can I say? I have champagne taste but beer pockets. I want, like, if I could, I'd wear a ball gown like every day to work, but that's not how life works. So anyways, I'm now just adding, you know, like when they're mom and dad or mom and sisters and friends are waiting for you to come out and you have like that moment. That's what those, like, just setting up those chairs. I added like this little, you know, area. I didn't put as many dresses as I wanted to in there. I did download CC for it, but I didn't use it. I wasn't really inspired. It was just like a bunch of like wedding dresses like on racks and stuff, but I kind of wanted more, you know, like the racks where they're like the wedding dresses are just like in bags and there's like hundreds of them. Like that's kind of like what I was looking for, but I couldn't find it. And then I wanted to have that wall. I thought that was really cute, kind of have that living wall. I love living walls. I kind of wish we'd have, like, more businesses would have living walls. Anyways, so I'm kind of just now, you know, going through and just adding a little bit more greenery. And I'm just kind of fixing up the dressing rooms. And just adding kind of like weight on weight on weight. And that's a lot of weight. Like, looking back on it, I may have changed it, but I kind of did like white on white on white. It's very modern. Like I wouldn't do black on the inside. Like that's just really bad marketing. Like you want it to be white. You want it to be fresh. Like you want it to be bright. So it's kind of like what I was doing now. And now I'm just kind of messing around with rugs and just kind of like making the room look a little bit bigger than what it actually is. And just adding a little bit more rugs. And just adding some more greenery. And more models. And then I'll be like, no, I don't want 3. I was like, oh, I'll put these models on these pillars. So I was like, oh, wait. Yeah, no. That's, it's not how it works. But anyways, you can see I spent so much time doing Uptown dresses that, like, I felt like I was a pro at this point when it came to Uptown suits. I was like, I've got this. It's so simple. All we need, we're going to put some industrial stuff. And then we're going to put some pipes. And I really like those window things that are in Eco Lifestyle. I was like, oh, those are so cool. I like that. It's very sleek, very modern. And I'm just kind of going through and just adding like some little odds and sods and just kind of giving it a little bit more decorations. But, you know, let me know in the comments below, like, have you ever built like a dress boutique or suit store in The Sims? I think it's a lot of fun. I kind of wish in The Sims, like, after making this pack, I really wish like maybe the next kit will be like a wedding kit. I think that would be a lot of fun. But I definitely want to hear your thoughts below and what you think of Uptown suits and Uptown dresses. Like I said, I kind of gave it like both like this very like, well, one's industrial and one's this very modern feel. But like I appreciate that, yeah, the last 2 minutes of this video just literally just dedicated to the inside, where the other 16 or minutes was just dedicated to Uptown dresses. But last bit of idea worked out well. No, I'm very satisfied with this build. I thought it was really well done. I really like the clothes. Again, if there's not a wedding dress kit, like I would love a like more of like a retail clothing kit, and maybe just like the next pack refresh they do could like maybe they could fix Get to Work and, you know, so retail so it's not as glitchy. But anyways, let me know in the thoughts below, like what you think. I can't wait to hear your thoughts because I had a lot of fun building this. I was stressed, but I definitely had a lot of fun. And there you have it. There is Uptown dresses. I had so much fun building this. I had such a blast. So I actually ended up doing, so Uptown dresses and Uptown suits actually wasn't part of the plan when I started, but I thought it would be really cute to kind of have like those, like that boutique building, and I didn't want to just have it as a single one, so I wanted to have it as a double. If I'm gonna be really honest with you, I had a lot of fun building Uptown suits over Uptown dresses, but they both turned out fantastic. I definitely want to hear your thoughts below, what you guys thought. It is in the gallery, so please go and download it and have some fun with it. You know, put some wedding dresses in there if you're, you know, going wedding dress shopping or you're going suit shopping. It's perfect for that. Like I said at the top of this, thank you so much for taking time in your busy day and watching this. This is really, it means a lot to me. Rose Chronicles, I sound like a broken record, is extremely important to me, and I appreciate everybody who just, you know, takes time out of their busy day and, you know, watches it and just like watches the videos and reads the backstories and just has a lot of fun with it. So thank you guys so much. It really does mean the world to me. I do say that at the bottom of my heart. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I keep saying this, but I've been doing a lot of Simmer spotlights. I have some really great ones coming out very soon. So, you know, take a look out for that. It's been an absolute pleasure. I can't wait to see you guys soon. Bye.